Hi everybody, today I have what's in bloom or spike for the month of November. I know that there are some plants on my table that are not orchids, but just I thought I'd show them to you because they're so beautiful and in bloom. So let's go ahead and start with what's in bloom for the month of November, and I have two non-orchid on my table, but the rest are orchids, which I'm going to go through with you on them. Okay, so the first one is this beautiful African violet. As you might have seen it before, or in my Instagram feed, you've seen a lot of pictures of this beautiful African violet, which is called Ness Crinkle Blue. So that's a species African violet, which is in bloom, and I keep it in semi-hydroponic setup in this jar without any drainage. So there's a leca bead at the bottom, and then there is some bonsai media, which is pumice and academa on top, and it's been planted in this for almost more than a year now, and it's been blooming non-stop. It blooms, and then once all the blooms finished, it rests for a month or so, and then it starts making new blooms. So this is a very successful way of growing African violets, I think, and I've been gradually converting all my African violets into semi-hydroponic, and I just fertilize it with my orchid fertilizers whenever I feed them, or whenever they get whatever water I give them. I give it to the African violets, which is usually a rainwater plus up to 300 or up to 350 TDS, which is total dissolved salts. So yeah, that's how I look after this, and then it gets sun natural light, natural sunlight. Yeah, and it blooms really well. And also this is my I don't know, it's a Thanksgiving cactus or Christmas cactus. I do treat this one the same in terms of fertilizer and natural light, and it just blooms away, but it's in the bark or kind of mixture of bark and compost media, so it's not in semi-hydro, but I have some cacti which are growing in semi-hydro as well. This one is just, mind-blowing. Blooms this year. I mean, it's been nice every year, but it's just too many blooms this year. Some of them have started to gone off, so it's been in bloom for more than 2 weeks now, but just wanted to show you all how beautiful these blooms are before they go off. So I've got I had one of these, bought one of these maybe 3 years ago from stores, I don't know, Morrison's or somewhere else, and I just took cuttings of it and I put it in different pots, and I've got 3 of these almost similar to that, but this is the most advanced one. The others on pot still, and yeah, I'll enjoy them a lot. Okay, next I've got one orchid in bloom for you, and this is none other than my Dendrobium Polysema times by Abarance. As you have seen it before in my channel so many times, this orchid has been a trooper for me, been in bloom. This is the third time blooming this year. I've converted this orchid from traditional bark growing media into semi-hydroponic with leca and pumice. I think about a year now, more than a year, I think. And it started to produce a lot of new growth in summertime, and now it has, you know, it bloomed in summer as well, it bloomed in spring, and it bloomed now as well. So 3 times this year, and this time is a lot of spike. I think about 5 or 6 or 7 spikes that are blooming at the moment, and this is so beautiful. Little tiny blooms, no fragrance unfortunately, but still love it. So beautiful, and the back of the blooms are so beautiful as well, with lots of dots. And yeah, I love it. And this is a new growth, so every new growth will produce flower next year. And also the old canes, they can produce you know, lots of spikes. So this one, for example, had bloomed before. In this one, this is a spike, and now it's got this spike in bloom as well. So very, very nice and easy orchid to grow. Latoria type orchid. I love it. It's really nice and sits on my kitchen's windowsill. So no extra effort to make it to bloom. It's just that I think semi-hydro helped her to produce lots of canes, and it's got lots of bloom this year. Okay, next in bloom is my recent acquisition, which is Dendrobium beryota, and I got it in bloom. It came to me in bloom, so still got some bloom left. As you can see, some of them have you know, worn off. They finished blooming, and there's still like few spike left, but still in original pots that it came to me. So stay tuned for a repot to convert this orchid into semi-hydro if you are interested. And yeah, as you can see, it's in beautiful blooms. Love the blooms. I used to have Kingianum, but the Kingianum never rebloomed for me, so I've heard that this is much easier to rebloom, so hopefully this will rebloom. I don't know, I saw some videos that people are still having difficulties with reblooming this hybrid as well, so we'll see if I could rebloom it or not. So yeah, that's it. Next orchid in spike, which I'm very, very excited about, is this Dendrobium Roy Tokenaga. Yeah, Roy Tokenaga. This is first time blooming for me, and it's got a spike with 5 buds, and there is one more spike coming here which is got 1 bud, I think 1. Not too great, but since I got it 2 years ago, the first year it just produced lots of growth. Once I converted it into semi-hydroponic, and this is a sunburn. Unfortunately, this leaf was sunburned. But other than that, it's growing really well in semi-hydro, and it has produced a lot of new growths. this summer and the winter, and it's never stops growing actually, and so it doesn't need any winter rest. As you can see, there's 2 new growths here, and yeah, I'm so excited for that bud to open. I can't wait to show it to you. And next one I'm very excited about is this one, this Phalaenopsis primary hybrid between this is a bronze maiden, Phalaenopsis bronze maiden. It's a primary hybrid between Schilleriana and I think Cornocervi, or one other orchid, I'm not sure, but I know that one of the parents is Schilleriana, and it's called Bronze Maiden, and it's got a spike, as you can see. It's small spike, but it's gonna grow, and yeah, I'm very excited to see it bloom. And I've got 2 other Noid mini phal, this one and that in spike, so I can't wait for the blooms as well. I really like the blooms. And the last but not least in spike is my again another Dendrobium, Latoria Dendrobium, which is primary hybrid between Alexandrea and Rhodostictum. Rhodostictum, and it's been I've converted this one again in semi-hydro about a year ago, and it's been growing since then, but now last year it skipped blooming because I just had converted it and it just preferred to produce more canes. But now I've noticed this year that it's gonna bloom for me, so I've got 1, 2, 3 spikes so far, and lots of new growth which will produce a spike in future, and it's growing really well into semi-hydro. But for now I've got 3 spikes to look forward to, and I can't wait to show them because I really like the blooms in this orchid, and it's a lovely orchid as well. Okay, I think that's it for today. I hope you've enjoyed my orchids in spike and in bloom, and or I should say all my plants in spike and bloom. And if you did, please give this a thumbs up, this video a thumbs up, and subscribe for more videos like this and updates like that. And yeah, I shall talk to you later on. Thank you for watching and take care. Bye for now.